what are the challenges we face in UPSC? So UPSC is a year-long process. 1206 I was nothing. I was an aspirant, and 1207 I got the notification and I got into Indian Railway Management Service. This year also I have given interview. So maybe in 3 months you will be seeing me as an IAS or IPS officer. Hello everyone. Hello. So my name is Mr Asim Mujteba. I am from Bidar district of Karnataka state. I am a BE chemical engineer, and in 2022 I have qualified for UPSC Civil Services and got into Indian Railway Management Service. Opportunity to stand in front of you and share my experiences. Precise 1206 I was nothing. I was an aspirant, and 1207 I got the notification and I got into Indian Railway Management Service. So this was the changing moment which has changed from being a normal person, a officer presently. What exactly is UPSC first of all? UPSC definition is Union Public Service Commission, and for me it is mostly what I think is it is Union Patient Service Commission. So it has taught me many things, the lessons of my life. To begin with, being patient, being consistent, and be disciplined, which everyone, people here are of multiple streams, from political science to sociology to even engineering background. So from this path, like once you are out of the college, there are multiple things, multiple opportunities waiting for you. Some can be the next future Romila Thapar. Some can be our next Ramanujan, a mathematician, or can be a next railway man of India. So the path which you are choosing is a very defining path. And now is the pattern of UPSC, and what are the challenges you face in an examination. So UPSC is a year-long process wherein the prelims, the mains, and the interview will help you to get into the services. Prelims involves 2 papers. One is the CSAT and one is the general science paper. The CSAT is the learning ability or mental ability of an individual with respect to very basic numeracy. With respect to GS, you have general knowledge about the current affairs, your subject specialization such as history, economy, polity, which we have to learn not just to crack the examination, but also to be an active and vigilant citizen of the society and the nation. So once you get, crack the prelims, after that you will be going through the mains written examination. The prelims is MCQ type, while the mains is a written descriptive type paper, where you have to go for 4 GS papers and then 2 optional papers and 1 essay paper. So once you are clearing the mains paper, then you will be getting into the personality test, where they will check whether you are a material officer material or not, and then based on that they will give you the further postings or further appointment into the civil services. So after getting into the after knowing what is UPSC, what is the pattern of UPSC, and what are the subjects which we are studying, let's sail through why UPSC first, or what are the challenges we face in UPSC. as I have already cleared, and this year also I have given interview. So maybe in 3 months you will be seeing me as an IAS or IPS officer. So the challenges first is that for prelims, the basic thing students do is that the guidance. People or students doesn't have the exact guidance what to study, what are the materials they need to look into to get into the services. For example, if they are studying history, you don't have to become Romila Thapar. So now you have to study the basic exam requirement. What is the required basic knowledge to clear the competitive examination? So some basic books such as Spectrum or for polity, Lakshmikant. These are the basic books we have to study. And then after that, there is a changing trend wherein earlier it was said that if you are thorough with the general size paper, then you will sail through the prelims. But now the things are changing. Now the CSAT or the new, aptitude test is becoming the defining factor. So apart from the general science, you have to start preparing for your basic mathematics also, so that you are a complete comprehensive 360-degree officer. Then other challenges which is involving in UPSC civil services is that now I have studied how to apply my knowledge. What are the application part? For example, you may be knowing n number of things, but how will you apply when you are in writing a mains answer? How will you apply it in the written part? What are the examples? For example, if they are asking that everyone knows that battle of Plassey or any other battle which was being fought, so एक जगह पे लड़ी गई थी, but what were the conditions? What were the climatic conditions? What was the strategic conditions? Or even if everyone knows that there is international relations going on, Indian foreign policy is becoming aggressive in nature. So why Indian foreign policy is becoming more of an realistic in nature? What are the international events such as multipolar world order is going on, rise of China, rise of middle power such as India. So these are the things which we have to apply. For that reason, application part, that what are the apply, how is the applied knowledge we can use in our answers. That is one area which students face difficulty. Again, the last thing is that the personality. I have got many questions that my personality is not officers like. How will I be? How will I qualify for UPSC? So I think UPSC what UPSC sees is that whether a person is humble, whether a person is confident or not, and whether he has basic knowledge about whatever he is doing. He is sincere, dedicated, or honest or not. So these are the qualities which for UPSC sees. So you have to be in a mode of UPSC. You have to be an officer from the preparation level, and this is the interview process starts from the day you are thinking about UPSC. So apart from that, several other challenges which persist, such as mental health. This is an area I would like to talk because I have seen my friends getting devastated or shattered down because of the mental health. That we start preparing, but once we are into the process, there are ups and downs. For example, my journey for the initial 1 or 2 attempts, I couldn't get into the not even clear prelims. You may be you have to face the situation alone. You have to ensure that you are able to understand that this is a competitive exam which is for a larger cause. So mental health, wherein you have to keep yourself motivated when no one is there. You have to leave your relatives, you have to leave your parents, you have to leave your festivals, you have to to be precise, मैंने अपने 5 साल में पहली ईद अभी मनाऊंगा पेरेंट्स के साथ, अगली ईद आ रही है, तो अभी मैंने 5 साल की ईद जामिया में मनाई है. तो यू हैव टू एंश्योर दैट you are standing irrespective of whatever the situation is. So uh, uh, the very challenge of being consistent in your preparation is an area which needs to be looked upon. Now that after the challenges which we have look into, first is that what is the guidance, second is that what are the materials to be looked, and third is the mental health. Let's understand what are the solutions which we can look into for getting to sail the UPSC civil service examination and to become a part of the bureaucracy. The first thing is the guidance. You can form a groups, you can start preparing. There are a lot of online content material is there where people can start preparing. Bano IAS is a very good initiative. They are taking steps to make accessible the UPSC preparation in a very affordable manner, and the quality is also quite good. Along with that, the guidance. I have heard that many of people are political science, sociology, history, and engineering students. I am a chemical engineer and even a political science. I have scored fairly good marks in my mains optional also. So the people can contact me or any other person whom they are comfortable with, and try to get a guidance that how to prepare, how to start, because preparation starts with the guidance. If you are not guided properly, the train may get derailed. So if you want to reach your destiny, you have to follow the proper path. Third is that if you want to succeed with a comprehensive overall development based, because you are not just becoming a bureaucrat, you are becoming a asset to the nation, a responsible person to the society. For that reason, you have to be mentally fit also. For that reason, I would request all the youths to focus on meditation, exercise, and go for extracurricular activities, so that whenever they are.
So my question towards you is, UPSC, the preparation for UPSC requires a certain mindset, and as you talked about mental health as well. So I've seen students getting into a very monotonous routine, which involves cutting themselves off from social activities or something. So what do you suggest that how should one person's approach be towards preparing for the civil service, as well as keeping the mental health or the social activities?
See, you have to be monotonous to an extent. I won't refute that, because you are preparing for the competitive exam where 7 lakh people apply and only top 1,000 people get into the service. So the chance is 0.5% to be part of the bureaucracy. So you have to be monotonous, but within that you have to find your personal space also. For example, I give my life story where I used to enjoy listening to Sufi music. So whenever I used to study, while studying, I used to go for listening some basic music for say 10 minutes, maybe Abida Parveen or any other Sufi music. Otherwise, I used to walk. Usually I used to take a walk alone, or I used to take a walk with my friends, where we used to discuss things. Discussing is an area which not only help you socialize, but get into to be consistent in the path of the civil services. So first of all, try to make a good circle of friends where you are able to communicate regularly, because UPSC is not the requirement of civil services has changed now. Earlier in 1980s, the bureaucracy was mostly steel framed bureaucracy. Now you are to become the dynamic and flexible bureaucracy. For that reason, you have to be social, you have to be adaptive, learning, and flexible in nature. I hope I have addressed.
So for optional part, shall we start before the GS part or after that?
I believe optional is the subject which will get you the desired service. GS, if you are preparing, you have to give respect to each and every subject in the UPSC, because one subject can get you out of the list and one subject can get you into the list. So start from the very beginning, decide an optional. If you are having a political science optional, start from the very beginning that
time management is the key change in the UPSC preparation. So what should be the time schedule for the students for the preparation? What they should follow for the preparation, so that they will manage their time efficiently and other people also will manage efficiently.
I think time management is the only thing which will help. One of the most important thing which will help you to get into the service or not. Be it prelims, 100 questions in 120 minutes. Be in mains, 20 question in 3 hours. Or be in interview, 25 minutes of your those being in front of the panel. So time management is very important. From my experience, what I used to do is that I used to study around 8 to 9 hours daily. So I used to study the first part. Morning 6 in the morning, I used to wake up, and then after namaz and all, I used to study, go into the library, and till 1 o'clock was my most productive time. And in that particular period, I used to study the most difficult topic. And after that, from 2 to 5, I used to revise that whatever I used to study. And the evening, I used to study newspapers or any other thing. So time management, wherein you are able to give or get the maximum out of that 8 to 10 hours is the most important. Anything?
So what were the areas that you used to cover on a daily basis? Like now we have to give emphasis on GS as well, and then answer writing as well, then current affairs newspaper. So in a day, what all have to be done, like in that sector?
See, first of all, before that, if you want to go for a perfect or a better way of studying, the most important thing is you have to cover your basics first. If you are going for prelims, you have to cover some basic subjects. 6 subjects are there: polity, economy, history, environment, science and technology, and other few geography. So these are the basic subjects you have to cover. And then based on that, for mains, you have to make topic wise notes of each and every subject. And then after that, once you are completing the whole thing on the daily basis, you have to start preparing, going for a micro timetable, wherein, okay, I'll study the half geography today, and then on those particular 5 topics which I have studied, I'll write 2 questions or 3 questions. And then again, I'll read the prelims questions, whatever the questions have been asked on those particular topics in the last 10 years. So in that way, you will be able to cover the prelims, you cover your mains, and even cover your whole syllabus. And then again, you, once you are done with these basic things, whenever you are reading the newspaper, the static part gets connected with the current part. For example, now the defections are going on. Everyone, the political science students may be knowing that. So in polity, we have studied about defection, anti-defection law. But how the current events, what are the major Supreme Court guidelines, or what are the new judgments being coming. So these are the things you will start noting down in your static notes. In this way, your whole preparation becomes more dynamic in nature. Any other question?
So did you focus on daily current affairs or monthly matters? And from like since when you started incorporating current affairs as well during your preparation?
See, I think there is no one strategy. You can go for daily current affairs. I am a person who studies newspaper regularly. Since 5 years, I have never missed any newspaper. But I have many of my friends who studies only monthly current affairs, and still they are able to clear the exam. So you have both the examples. See what is your comfort area. If you are able to, the best thing is that if you are able to study newspaper daily, then you are able to connect with the topic. You are in a flow. And then if you are reading the monthly current affairs, you get sink in. The topics get understood in a much better way. But if you are reading newspaper daily, and if you are able to go a next level, a step further, and understand that what is the static behind it, what are the static events, or what are the factual information about it, and if you are able to do that daily, then I don't think so you have to go for a monthly current affairs. So I go for a step further, one step further.